Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today we're getting into the first new addition to the Signature Series lineup in over 10 years from Angel's Envy, the Triple Oak. I'm Tuck, and this is Bourbon Broke. So for those of you that are familiar with my channel, you know I do love me some oak. I love double oaked, and when I saw triple oaked, I was like, yeah, I am all in on this one. So I've been really looking forward to trying it. Now the three different types of oak barrels this was aged in are Hungarian, Chinkapin, which I have no idea what the hell that is. I'm sure it's real, and French oak barrels. This comes in at 92 proof. As far as an age statement, I've seen out there where some people say it's 4 to 6 years. I've seen some say that it was 4 to 9 years. However, on the Angel's Envy website, it does not state anything at all, so I'm just going to say non-stated as far as an age statement on this one. As far as an SRP, we're looking at right around $70. As far as a secondary, I don't think you're going to see any secondary price out there. I've seen it a little bit lower online, a little bit higher than SRP online, and from my understanding, this is supposed to be a normal offering, on down the line. So anyway, enough of that stuff. Let's get into this oak. As usual, I haven't tried this yet. Poured some out in a glass about an hour or so ago just to let it open up and air out a little bit, but it's the first time getting into it. So let's see how the nose is. Ooh, that's interesting. It smells, it's just really dry. It's like a dry oak a little bit, but not overly oak, but like a dry, it's very grainy. Kind of grainy and bready. If you've ever taken any grain and like wheat, corn, anything, and like dumped it out into a bucket or something, you get that dust that comes out of it. Now, when you smell that dust that comes out, that's what this smells like. It's very dry, dusty. It just smells dry. Definitely a little bit bready. Just a little bit of oak in there, not as much as I had anticipated being a triple oak. And I know this sounds weird. Go figure. It smells like just a very, very dry oak. There's like a little bit of a difference in a wet oak and a dry oak. Personally, I like the wet oak smell. This smells just very, very dry. Very dry. Anyway, let's see how it is in the palate. Get on my palate. You can tell it's a lower proof. That 92, there's really no bite on that at all, which I definitely like in a whiskey. Just a slight hint of vanilla. Just a touch of cinnamon. Yeah, I'm still getting some of that bready taste in there. Just a touch of apple. So some vanilla, just a touch of cinnamon, still bready, just a hint of apple, but really not complex. There's not a lot going on in here. And I really thought on the palate, I would get more of that oak, and I'm kind of bummed about that. Because I was hoping once it got on the palate, it would turn from a dry oak to a wet oak. But like I said, there's some subtle hints of a couple different things in there, but it's, like I said, it's not complex at all. Yeah, that finish, it just right off the edge very quick. But again, it's 92 proof. I didn't expect a lot on there. Getting just a slight hint of a spice on that back end on that finish, which I really wasn't getting too much of before. A little bit more sweetness on that finish as well. Just a slight hint of chocolate, a little bit, like a sweet chocolate, I guess like a milk chocolate, whereas like a dark chocolate's a little bit more bitter, more like a milk chocolate on that finish. But like I said, it just drops right off. You know, I was really hoping for more oak on this. You know, in a lot of your double oaks, you're going to get a lot more of that. But maybe with some of those, it's a higher proof. This one right here, I mean, it's okay. I was hoping for a little bit better. You know, in comparison to normal Angel's Envy, to be honest with you, I'm not a big Angel's Envy fan with that port finish. You know, it comes across a little bit sweet a lot of times. But, I mean, it's okay. I think this is would be a very, very good beginner whiskey. People just getting into whiskey or bourbons, I think would be good. You know, this is a real easy drinker, but, you know, to me, there's just not a lot going on in there. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not real good either. Definitely not something I would be going back to. Man, I was hoping for better on this. I have to admit, I'm a little bit disappointed. I can see where it would have its place. You know, like I said, for people just getting into whiskeys, it drinks very, very easily. But I guess personally, I kind of like a little bit more proof in that. I like that kick. I like that spice. I like that, you know, that bite on whiskeys a little bit more. But that's just a personal preference. But I can see where some people would like this if you don't like that, you know, that bite on it like I do. Yeah, I would say, you know, it's okay. As far as a rating on this, for myself personally, I'll go, you know, like I said, it's not bad, but just not my own personal preference. So I'm going to go a 7.0 on this one. It's okay, you know, not great. I'll definitely, for people that come over that are not, you know, real into whiskeys, don't drink a lot of it, just getting into it, I'll offer this one up and see how they like it. And I would imagine they probably would, but yeah. You know, I would like to see him come out with this with a higher proof. If you could get this out there in, you know, 105, 110, I think it might be a lot better for myself personally, but yeah, it's all right. Everybody has different palates. Everybody has different tastes. For this one, it's just okay to me. Well, that's it for this episode. I hope you enjoyed it. If so, please hit that like and subscribe button and that notification bell. It doesn't cost you anything at all, and it really does help me out. If you'd like to check out some Bourbon Broke stuff, just go to bourbonbroke.com and check out everything on there. And as always, my glass is empty for cheers, which is probably subconsciously by design. And remember, keep your friends close and your bourbon closer. Cheers. Where's the oak?